This is Melissa with Build a Better Bakery, and today I'm here to talk to you about what I like to call protective pricing. So, if you're part of the bakery industry, I'm sure you've noticed everyone's asking about pricing, like constantly. And the difficulty with it is people aren't really asking the right questions about pricing. They're just asking other people, what do you charge for this? Or is this enough? It's not going to give you good answers, and you're not really going to move forward in your business because that's not how pricing works. You don't get your answers from other people. And what I want to do with this video is I just want to show you my process of how I teach pricing in my course, how I talk about pricing in my Facebook group, how you would encounter pricing if you took any kind of mentorship with me. This is how I teach it. This is protective, so it's going to cover your past, your present, and your future. So what I'm noticing is a lot of people are saying, like when asked in Facebook groups, they're asking non-expert bakers, how do you do charging? How do you do pricing? How do you charge? A lot of people are saying pretty much just something that's covering the present. They're not talking about the past and they're not talking about the future. So what's happening is a lot of their business, what they think is income, is actually been eaten up here, and they're not really noticing this. So what I want to do is just draw a few lines and show you the categories that I include with my pricing course, things that you should be thinking about. If you need help figuring this stuff out, like I said, I have a course that's already made up that has charts to fill. It's got videos for every single thing that you need to do. It's basically step by step. So if you need help doing it at home, I've got that thing for you to use. If you want to try doing it yourself, that's cool too. And these are the categories that you need to pay attention to. So we've got past. So let's start with present because this is like where everyone normally starts. So you think about your present costs that your pricing needs to cover. So the one that's right on everyone's mind is materials. Everyone wants to cover their materials, which is great. Number one, cover your materials. The difficulty here is that you've got to have some really good records to make sure you're covering everything. You're going to have to price everything out. You're going to have to keep on top of that. Because if the prices go up, you got to charge more, right? Materials, you try not to estimate this. On the other part of the present that a lot of people think about is the labor or the wages or the profit, however you want to think about this. This is basically what you take home into your bank account, okay? This is also sometimes hard to charge for because people are new. They don't know how long it's going to take. They feel bad. They have like emotional pricing issues. They feel bad about charging for their time, even though you should be charging for your time because you are making a custom artwork for someone else. It is edible art. You need to make money, right? So you shouldn't really be doing this for free. And if you're estimating on your materials, more than likely you're underestimating, which means it's actually pulling from your profit. That's why getting your materials like pinpointed is very important. Okay, so we have materials, we have labor and profit. The other present is overhead. Okay, now the deal with overhead is that a lot of people think, okay, if I'm working from home, then I don't have any overhead, which is false. You do have overhead. There are things that you can claim on your taxes when you claim your business. You can see lists of things that you need to claim out. In the course itself, I'll give you a whole list of things to look at and things to, charts with overhead topics already plugged into it so you can fill all the numbers in. But you are going to have overhead no matter where you are. Overhead is like the monthly bills or the yearly bills that you have to pay to run your business. So phone, internet, advertising fees, licensing fees, just, all the things that help you run your business, website fees, it depends on what kind of business you have, how big it is. But over time, no matter what you do, you're going to have at least some overhead. So this is all present costs. You have to cover all of this right now to make your orders. Now let's backtrack. Let's look at the past. So what about the past? What have you done in the past to spend money on your business that should be recouped in pricing? The number one thing is depreciation of your tools, of your non-consumable bakery goods. So your mixer, your oven, all of this stuff that as you use it for your business, over time it's going to break and you're going to have to replace it. So you should not have to pay out of your profit, own pocket money to buy yourself a new mixer if you've used it every single day for 5 years for your business, right? So you need to be collecting a percentage of depreciation on every single order. In the course, I'll give you the percentages. You'll have the chart. You'll just fill it out. It'll come up with a little, basically a little number, dollar amount that you tag on to every single order. And that's how you collect your depreciation. Now, when you come over to the future, you have to ask yourself, what's gonna happen in the future that I'm gonna need help paying for that my current customers should be helping me pay for? And the top one over here is going to be business growth. So your customers right now should be helping you pay to grow your business later. When this is business growth, now there's a couple ways to do this. I just suggest a percentage. And what this is gonna do, again, protective pricing, this is gonna protect your business's future, protect your success. So it's calculated in a little bit different way, but essentially it's like depreciation where you collect a little bit on each order and then you have that money set aside. So what you can do, and everyone's gonna do this different, but what you can do is you can actually separate all this out at the end of every month or every quarter, and you can put all of this money into different accounts so that you know what's what. So you could take your business percentage growth, put that in an account and save it, and maybe let's say you told yourself every 3 months, you're gonna grow your business. You're gonna buy a new banner. You are going to upgrade your website. You are going to do some paid ads, anything like that, anything that's like a little a little extra, that's what your business growth percentage could be for. Or you could just save it indefinitely to help you do something really big later, like put down a down deposit on a bakery storefront, things like that. Now in depreciation, you could save this too. And if you save that into an account, as it accumulates, when it's time to buy that new $300 KitchenAid mixer in 5 years or whenever your mixer goes bad, that's where you pull your money from. Now, if you don't have enough, then you need to do something different with your income, either change your pricing or whatever. But you'll have that little chunk of money sitting right there. It's like saving for the future, right? So this would be like the non-consumable tools that you need to replace as they break. And then all of these three things, you're going to be paying out regularly. So maybe not every 3 months, but you could put all this stuff into individual accounts wherever you want to keep those. You could help pay your bills every month with your overhead account. You can just roll that right into your bill payments. Your labors and profit, this is your money. So this would go into your personal account for spending. And then your materials, you're going to want to have that in your business account. Like if you have a business account credit card or something like that, that's what you're going to be paying off your credit card with, or that's what you're going to be putting into your account so that you can then later buy materials. This is pretty much the basis of protective pricing. And this is what you're going to need to have a successful business. You can't have a successful business if you only do those two things. You know what I mean? Like if this happens, if you only charge for materials and labor, then you got to think to yourself, what's the next step? That means that your materials are getting paid for because they have to, because you already bought them, right, for the order. All this other stuff, overhead, your business growth, which probably won't happen because you don't have any money. But let's just say your overhead, your business growth, and your depreciation, that's all coming out of this guy. Nobody likes to hear that. Nobody wants to think that my money's going to get taken away from me. Because let's say you only made $20 on an order. You probably didn't make $20 because you have to pay all this other stuff, right? So you just have to think about, if I'm not collecting it from the customer, then I am paying it for myself. This is super important to me. I'm really passionate about pricing. I want all of you to make real money in your business. I want you to pay your bills. I want you to walk away from your business every single day and feel successful. So that is the reason I'm here telling you this right now. That's the reason I created the pricing course. Like I said, if you want to kick this at home and get it done, do it, please. Please do all of these, include this in your pricing. If you want to take the pricing course, I will share a link with you. You're welcome to jump in whenever you are ready. You need to protect yourself and your family and your business. So hopefully this was helpful for you. I had fun making this video. I know sometimes it's a shocker, but I think it's really important to hear. This is Melissa with Build a Better Bakery. You can always visit me at my website, buildabetterbakerynow.com, or you can visit me on Facebook in my Facebook group. I would love to help you with your business, and I would love to make sure that your pricing is on point and protecting you in your future.